different, topics, that I listen to daily, just going through. It gets to where like now I like listening to podcasts more than I like listening to music sometimes. I really have to be in the mood for music.
Absolutely.
Really, at least for working. When I was younger and started, into the workforce, etc., like music was everything. Sorry.
Gotta tighten her up there.
But music was everything. I couldn't do anything. Music, right? But then, I think it was like my uncle or something used to listen to talk radio, and we would like me and
Howard
my cousins
Stern
would
big.
be like, "Oh my god, this is terrible! Like,
Yeah.
he's so lame. He doesn't listen to rock or he doesn't listen to hip hop. Like, this is terrible." But the older I got, the more I'm like,
you know what? I
get it.
What is that, dude? Like, I used to only like. I was like, dude, why is there even fucking commercials on radio?
Yeah,
like, why is it not just fucking like
just music? Song after song.
Spotify, like, still to this day has one of the best features of all time, which sucks because like I'm an Apple boy now, but like Spotify has this option on like your settings where you can fade. Have you done this before? Where like the track you're listening to, the final 3 seconds, you can choose the fade into the first 3 seconds of the next song. What? So it'll be like an endless song, and it'll be like fucking
That's pretty cool.
Dubstep to rap to like country, but it'll just go into the next song
without like a cut and dry.
Yeah, because
ending.
Some songs are. It's like there's a fucking 10-minute interlude where nothing's happening. I'm like, are we paying for this space? What's going on?
Yeah.
Like somebody forget to edit this off.
Yeah.
But
what
dude,
kills me too is when a song. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Is when a song will like that you can tell goes that it's supposed to be listened to on the album.
Yeah.
Right. Because like it'll like segue into the next song and then cuts off, and then it's like a whole nother.
Yeah.
Like for me, it'd be like a whole nother genre of music.
Yeah.
That just irritates me. I'm like, why can't
fucking Future and Drake do that a lot.
There
where it'll be like 2 different beats on the same song.
But they'll like cut it weirdly.
Yeah.
So whenever it pops up on like Pandora or something like that, randomly, you're like, when the fuck did this song start?
Yeah.
But that's like when it, it's like cut all weird. I can't stand that either.
Yeah. But I used to fucking hate the commercials. And now, like, I remember the first time I ever heard like Lex and Terry. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so this is like a never-ending commercial? What is this? Like, who let these people talk on the radio?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
But like everything changed from music. It was like MTV literally is not MTV.
I was talking to my my helper at work. I think it was yesterday about this. If you notice, a lot of these new movies coming out, they're digging back. They're going back to old music.
Oh,
the
for
Batman
sure.
was Nirvana. And
Yeah,
the song
yeah.
came out in like 91.
Yeah.
So like they're not. There's no. Unless it's, I guess, unless it's more like pop, I guess that's kind of, but like as far as like rock and roll, metal, any type of like.
That genre as a whole now, I
has
feel
really,
like.
has really went down,
Yeah, and what's really popular right now is grunge.
Yeah.
Like real big. Like Stranger Things has got that fucking Running Up the Hill song.
Is that considered grunge though?
I mean, the
Most
genre
of it's
of
like-
their music is grunge, but like that song is a little poppier.
Well,
but
and then like that Nirvana song that Batman used.
yeah.
I haven't heard that song in years, dude. Like,
Why am I blanking on the name of it? It's like na, 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 na.
Something in the way.
Something in the way.
It's
Wow.
and now
Nice.
you were literally thinking of it out loud. You're like, something in the way.
I don't even think I've heard that song all the way through. But
Ever.
now that's
Never heard it.
that's back on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like
because of the pop in the
I saw
movie.
I saw a movie trailer or something like that, and it had like Guns N' Roses, or it'll have Metallica, or like even Stranger Things, right? That there's a part in the new one, right? I'm not going to do any spoilers, but there's a part in the new one where they could have used that, a band could have used that as a really good launching platform.
Yeah.
But they went back to someone they went back to Old Faithful for that one,
Talking
right?
about the guitar scene.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
And dude, look, I didn't even watch
banger,
that.
dude.
I didn't even
it
watch that series because I've tried to watch it, and
Like from the beginning?
Yeah, and even though I love her with all of my heart, I fall asleep and she still watches that Stranger Things. So
And then
she
you're
ends up-
out of it.
wake
and then
up.
I'm out of it.
This
So
is
she's on
literally-
episode 4, and you're like, I didn't even get through
yeah,
1.
yeah, and I'm like, might as well go ahead and I'll
Yeah.
watch it with you a second time.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
a
can
down-
explain things to me.
Dude, I'm
when
sure
I
this
feel
isn't
dumb.
the word, but this is an existential problem, right? That's got to make sense to
It's
the
something
sentence.
in there.
But like that is forever a problem in couples because
I
hey,
know.
like dude, have you watched? I don't even want to start on that yet, but dude, you'll start a fucking movie and you're like, dude, so stoked on the movie, or you go to the theaters and I'm a fucking theater boy.
Yeah, I love the theater, the experience.
Dude, but
Dude.
something about the darkness, like you're going so hard all week. You get to the movie theater and you're like, man, this is a pretty fucking good movie.
Oh man,
And then like some loud crash happens, you're like, oh, he
Oh,
died,
shit.
dude, that's wild. And then you gotta act like,
You know what
oh,
the fuck
so
is
she
up?
knows about him now, right? And they're like, the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you nothing because you fell asleep.
Yeah.
But hey,
See, the issue...
there's got to be something about comfort there. It's
Yeah.
like, if you would make me more uncomfortable, maybe I'd stay up for this.
right?
Yeah.
I want to watch this with you.
Yeah, but you're my
But you're too
comfort
damn
zone.
comfortable to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the chairs are too nice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. The thing with, like, we went and saw
Oh,
Top
go to the
Gun
silver
2.
screen back when it was open.
Oh my god,
Day
they
and
had
night.
rats in there. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
The holes in the wall. They had cheese pizza. They had tables, individual
Yeah, I
chairs that
remember that.
swiveled around.
Yeah. I
Bro, it
remember that.
depends. It was a different.
No, I'm just
time.
saying
used to hit.
uncomfortable chairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like-
Or an uncomfortable place.
Sticky.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like,
Like-
I don't know if we should be here.
Like
I don't know
that
if I
rat
wanna
has a
fall
gun.
asleep in this place.
I don't think it's safe.
We went and saw Top Gun 2, which is the first time I've been to the theaters in like
Yeah.
5 years or something like that. Like I hadn't been in so long.
Right.
But the problem with his dumbass is he asks a lot of questions,
and so loud,
and
dude.
he like he's like making jokes all the time, and I'm like into the fucking movie, right? Because I'm a
Right.
huge Top
Dude,
Gun
he
fan.
loves
I love Top
Tom
Gun.
Cruise.
No, it's not Tom. It's Top Gun specifically,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, he
so
does,
so I was like in tune with the movie, right? And then 10 minutes later, he's asking a question that got asked like, or that got answered 30 minutes ago,
what
and I'm
did-
like, if you'd fucking
Hold on.
shut up.
What did I ask on the first movie? Something happened in the scene, and I literally a perfect pause break. He like two guys were talking,
go.
right? And he says something about who he is,
Yeah.
and then I say, "Why does that matter?" And then he explains, like he explains on the TV on the
Yeah.
movie, he explains why it mattered that
As
he
soon
said
as
that.
he asked that.
He's like, "Yo, I fly planes," and I'm like, "Okay, why does that matter?" And he goes, "'Cause I'm really good at it," or something like
yeah,
that. It
yeah.
was like, and then he just goes.
That
I'm like,
that happens too. That's a couples thing too. You know.
yeah.
Taylor loves to ask me in a movie that we haven't watched before. She'll be like, "What's about to happen?" But you know,
You're like, hey.
but you know what?
Hey man, we're both
be
here
fair-
right now.
To be fair,
Yeah.
sometimes I do that to her. Like
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Dude.
what's going on?" Especially if like I'm not paying attention to it. So then like whether it be I'm on my phone for a second or nodding off or whatever, I'll be like, "Oh hey, what's about to happen?" She's like,
Yeah.
"I don't know." You know,
Yeah.
Like, it's just
Yeah.
a.
But it's also sometimes between 2 or 3 or however many people, somebody has like the drop on something. Somebody researched it a little too much before the movie or the series or whatever.
Right.
Or they just are they're really good at picking shows apart. So they get the dynamic of like
What's
every
going
show
down.
does this.
Yeah.
So they're getting the like, oh, this dude's about to kidnap this girl, I bet.
Yeah.
It's like, what? No, that's the killer.
Yeah.
No way, dude. That ain't the killer.
I can't even remember what show we were watching. But she was like that. She was just like, "Oh, this is about to happen." I'm like, "Have you watched this before?" She's like, "No, it's just obvious."
Dude,
Are you not paying attention? And I'm like,
Like, okay.
"I am. I'm trying really hard."
The easiest things to do that on are documentaries, clearly about death
Well, yeah.
or serial killers. It's like, well, Jimmy started doing yard work, and he was over there a lot.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy's dead now, right? You're about to tell me Jimmy's dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can just wash Jimmy out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, it's like something old that everybody's covered before. You're like, all right, how are they going to tell this story, you know?
Yeah, but you're like, but I like the story.
Well,
so.
I'll listen to it. I'll listen.
Maybe
watch.
maybe they'll
Some
do it a little
change.
different.
Some change.
Yeah, like Hulu and Netflix kind of step on each other's toes when it comes to certain serial killers
Yeah.
or certain like disappearances. You know, I'm surprised. It's probably because they have some sort of like contractual agreement why they don't do like a different style making murderer like for Hulu. because the fucking I can't remember their family's name now because it's been like fucking 5 years since I came out, but there's no like that for Hulu. There's no Making a Murderer story that was like
to it.
Yeah, that I feel like really set the documentary genre off for Netflix.
It blew it up for sure.
Yeah, it was like their big one, and everybody was like, "Oh, we got something here."
Yeah, and then they started just everybody started putting documentaries out. They kind of took over in the last like 3 years. Really, I think during the shutdown, 2 had a big doing in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because everybody was stuck at home. We're like, let's fucking watch this creepy ass shit.
And like, this is kind of like more stand up, like oriented style of thinking, but like, comics make stand up specials sometimes just on their own, and then they shop them around, like to sell them to a network or something.
Right.
I wonder how many of these Netflix original documentaries were actually already pre-made, and all they did was went in and like touched it up a little bit after they bought it, and was like,
"It's a Netflix OG."
Oh yeah.
I'm sure.
Like Making a Murderer, I'm sure was all theirs. Like that looked.
You think so?
If from start to finish, it looked like
I haven't seen
Netflix
it,
quality.
But yeah, I mean,
if you haven't watched it yet, it's I think it's you're all right.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're going to end up hearing something if you told somebody you watch it, and the shit's going to be out of the bag.
Yeah.
You know?
It's, I mean...
That's all right.
I feel like I kind of missed the train when it was, 4 years ago or whatever. Yeah. So it's like, I might as well not get on now.
It's kind of... What was that big fucking show about dragons and swords and shit? The fucking...
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah. It's like that, dude. What'd you say? James and the Giant Peach?
No, I said Pete's Dragon.
That's the same movie we're talking about.
Giant Peach, yeah.
James and the Giant Peach Dragon. Something. But like I never got on that, but like fucking everybody swears by that.
Did you watch any of that?
No.
Yeah. And now there's like prequels and like things coming out.
I'm not really a TV show person.
Word.
Are you a movie over a TV show?
I'm a movie person because I like quick and to the point.
Word.
I got things
you want to be
do.
in and out. Yeah,
I got things to do, man.
Yeah.
Video games.
Let's get this shit over with.
What's your go-to? Like genre, or like is it documentaries, or is it like
it really just
80s?
Depends on the. It just depends on the mood, but horror is one of my favorites. Especially like 80s slashers, 90s slashers. I'm not so much into like the ghosts and the paranormal horror, just because I think a lot of it's just the same movie over and over and over.
Yeah.
But and then I really do like documentaries, but it just has to be something I'm interested in.
That's like a thing that's plagued the horror industry is like, you can do romantic comedies and stuff, and like you can kind of do the same thing all the time, or they kind of do. I mean, they cookie cutter everything out and about, right? But then they'll come up with like a little thing, and you're like, oh, I didn't know about that, right? But it feels like in other genres they don't so much like when they make a new twist or a new wrinkle on a story, everybody jumps on that. But in the horror industry, it's like when somebody figures something out, everybody repeats that. Just
they don't even try to go like make it original at all, or do anything different.
It was like in the 80s, might have been late 70s, 80s, and then early 90s was all character-based horror movies. Mm-hmm. Like you got all the major people, Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, like all them things. There's no such thing like that now. Mm-mm. Name one.
Yeah.
Like the fucking dude on the little tricycle. Saw. That's the most recent character-based... they've redid Chucky now. Yeah. But it's like they're starting to... I can't think of a new one.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Abigail?
Because they tried...
Is that all one, right?
You got to think about in the 80s. I don't even know. They tried everything.
Yeah.
When Halloween hit... And they were like, "Oh, damn! This is about a holiday."
By the way, Halloween was the number one in my heart.
Oh yeah,
Michael Myers is number one.
Number one, 100%.
Fucking all right, nothing over here. He's like, I wasn't alive in the 80s.
I didn't watch it. I was like, fucking. Like as kids, bro, we weren't we weren't watching those kind of films.
I'm telling you right now, I was watching movies like that at like 5-6 years old, dude.
No, my parents real sheltered as a child. Yeah. So we were like Disney Channel and Disney XD, baby. That's what you get.
They did like so we'd have like dark.
Yeah, we'd have like That's So Raven Halloween specials. That's what we were watching as kids.
Who took the candy?
I was watching that too. I like to switch things up.
I still be rocking that Disney Channel shit. What's up, dog?
Dude, I used to wait for the fucking Simpsons Treehouse of Terror You ever watch those?
Man, yes.
They would do like a string of like 15-minute episodes, but it'd be like an hour-long special. So it'll be like 3 to 4 episodes of like they'll remake Shining, but with all Simpson characters, or they'll redo like.
They redid Misery. They've done a bunch of different ones
fucking
like that.
so many, and it's like you know the story, but it's funny to see who's gonna play each character.
Yeah,
it was so good, dude.
Yeah,
you miss some of the great things about being like.
Man, it kind of like
edgy.
Sucks to be alive today, right? Like when you think about
if you're coming out now.
Oh, bro,
if you just dropped as a
you know
human,
what I'm saying?
bro,
Like,
it sucks.
bro,
I'm sorry, dude.
The TV shows,
everything's so round.
Yeah.
Everything's so unsharp. So,
yes,
dude, like for example, wrestling right now.
Oh, dude,
like AEW is the best right now. But like, if you're watching and you're a WWE fan, everything's so like.
It's sad.
It's vanilla, and like vanilla's a cool flavor, but it's like. Vanilla's background noise.
You get tired of it real quick.
I want some chocolate, like real quick.
Dude,
Yeah,
throw some Oreos in there, dog. What's up? Throw some cookie dough.
Give me some strawberry.
Give me some texture, bro.
Right, I need something crunch.
You know, I grew up a huge wrestling fan, dude. Mm-hmm. Like would like go and spend all my money I made from mowing lawns or doing chores on wrestling movies, or you know, when I was younger, toys. But then as I even got into like. I don't know. I guess I was only into it until I was about 13, right? Because I could see the quality. One, I mean, at some point, like I guess like 10, I knew it was fake.
Yeah.
But to me, that's never really mattered because movies are fake, right?
Yeah.
There's not really a clown that like eats kids.
Yeah.
And except for John Wayne Gacy, but like I mean that came from
that's fucking true.
Except for like
guy.
you know what I mean. But he's not from the cosmos, and he's not like beaten and defeated by a cosmic turtle, right? Yeah, so like I know that shit's not real. So I know that's
You're breaking a lot of hearts right now on this episode. Like a lot of people are like, "What?"
Yeah, I
know.
Who ain't real?
But at the same time, you could see just the quality. Everything went down. I don't really know exactly what happened. I never really looked into it. I'm sure if I looked into it, you could tell why. But that's one of the things that started off this whole conversation was the podcast. You want to know how nerdy I am? I listen to like Mick Foley's podcast.
Ooh,
it's amazing.
I haven't listened to that.
Dude, it's only 4 episodes in, but listening to him, it's awesome. The first one he talks about his match with Triple H in the Hell in a Cell's retirement match or whatever.
Okay.
So then he talks about all his Hell in a Cell matches up until that point, right? So he talks about being thrown off that thing and what he was thinking. Dude, it's crazy. And he's just like laughing, talking about it. He's like, I probably shouldn't have done that, but hey.
Dude, he's such a jolly guy, and like, for you, because I don't think you'll know this, but like, dude, back in like, I think it was early 80s, and it might have been late 80s, he was having this like, a match overseas in Japan, and there's this move where you like go through the ropes and you can twist yourself and get stuck. Mm-hmm. He did that, got his head stuck, and he had to pull his head out. Yeah. It's literally flat to his head.
Yeah.
Like there's no ear. After that,
and listen, they could have saved it.
Yeah,
that's
it
his
was
third
on the ground.
podcast. That's his third. That's number 3. He talks about. It's called "I Left My Ear in Germany." It's like they could have saved it, but he thought after
or Germany, not Japan.
After he got there, he was like, it'll sell.
Yeah.
It'll sell. This man was about the wrestling business, dude. It is insane how like loyal people are to like their business.
Yeah.
Right? Like I feel like I'm pretty passionate about fighting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But if Dana White came up to me and said, "Look, man, we'll give you a shot in the UFC, but you got to jump off this, 16-foot structure or go through this table or whatever." And I wouldn't be like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it." Like, but he is.
Or cut your ear off to fucking
Or the fact that he comes up with a lot of these things, and they're like,
he's the one who's doing it.
It's it is crazy. They shut him down. He explains things like where they shut him down. They're like, "No, you can't be doing that, dude." And it's just that's wild to be that passionate about something, man.
Dude, A&E, which this is pretty much the only thing I watch on A&E, and this came out like, dude, I don't even fucking know, maybe early last year. They came out with like a series of wrestlers. Like, they're called biographies, and it goes in depth on each wrestler. They just redid the series for the second season, and like Undertaker's episode, I think, comes out like this Sunday or something. But I started watching like the first 4 because they were taking so long to come out. I forgot about the series. The first episode ever was Stone Cold, so good. Mm-hmm. They have Shawn Michaels, I think.
I remember you telling
me
about
Warrior.
This.
Well, like 2 days ago, I watched Mick Foley's.
Yeah.
Dude, and the footage they have on it, dude, they have some footage like I've never seen. I probably have like 5 minutes left of it, but it's so good.
Yeah, he's
like unbelievable.
I feel like the reason his stuff is especially good, at least to me, is because he's like an everyday guy.
He's average.
He was not a bodybuilder. He's not muscle bound. He's not.
He never even got that way ever in his wrestling career.
Yeah.
Never. There was not a picture. There wasn't a phase.
He sacrificed his body. He knew what people wanted to watch, though. Yeah. I feel like, right? Because like at the end of the day, people want to see barbaric stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
There was something about him that was relatable. It's kind of like Nirvana. It's like that. Like, oh, I feel these things.
Yeah.
Like you would see him do things where you're like, oh well. He just looks like us.
Yeah.
I could do that. If I want to do that, I could do that. You probably can't do that, though.
No.
You could do it, but that'd be the only time you did that one thing, and then you'd be like, I did that.
You're not doing anything else ever again.
You'd be showing that forever.
That's why Tank Abbott was so popular in the UFC early days. Because not only did he look like it, he was a dude that just got out of the bar room and walked in there and was like, hey, I'll fight. Let's do it. You know?
Yeah.
And
there's so many anomalies like that, like Butterbean.
Butterbean?
Butterbean so looks like, he looks like he could whoop your ass, but you don't think like he's a professional fighter.
Yeah.
Right?
That like knocks people the fuck out.
Did you see the Jackass thing, like the original Jackass from the TV show? No, it was for Johnny Knoxville. They were in a mall.
Yeah, and he knocked him out.
That was Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, he got his head cut open on like a shopping rack or something.
Like knocked himself out into the like glass case or some shit.
Now we used to work at the mall. Could you imagine, like, not even being aware of the show? 2 guys come in, ding, 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 and they beat their shit out of each. And then it wasn't like they hated each other. It was like for a bit.
Yeah.
I think we would love that. I'd be like, so we're quitting today. Where do we sign up?
Yeah. What do we do for this? How do we get into this?
Did you watch the new movie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I watched
Jackass Forever?
You know, pretty impressive for their age, man.
Pretty impressive for their age. Feels a little staged.
Yeah.
It felt a little segment-ish.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, of course it's segments, but it felt like...
They played
it almost felt like it should have been preluded by, like, this is brought to you by Doritos.
Honestly, it felt more like dick jokes than anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just because they're so old and beat up. You know what I mean? Like,
they're like, I bet you they can't even feel their dick anymore.
Dude, at least a couple of them can't. Like, that's for sure. They are wild, bro.
Like Pontius, like, he is mainly the dick guy. He for sure can't feel his dick anymore, I assume. And like Johnny gets hit by a fucking bull every movie.
Dude, Johnny is I think he's the toughest out of all of them.
Absolutely.
He does the worst stunts.
Yeah. And at
the one my favorite one
him or Steve.
My favorite one's where he covers his mouth and his nuts and they do that riot control thing. And it shoots everybody.
It's like a gun and it shoots hundreds of pellets?
These rubber pellets.
It just goes
metal ball in the middle.
Yeah, they're at the fucking indoor shooting range.
They got like burns on them. Yes.
Dude. Yeah, they're shooting like paintball size like rubber bullets.
Dude.
We can all relate to this. You know how like you get done with jujitsu, you take a shower, and you're laying in bed and like maybe you're with a girl or something and they touch your hands and you're like your fingers are sore or something from something. Yes. And they're like, you're always sore. It's like, can you imagine how they feel? Jackass people? No. They're
not
just
only that,
sore.
Do you ever watch the 0.5s?
Oh, yeah.
3.5. And they're like, and it's just basically them backstage or whatever, and they're just having interviews. The amount of anxiety that's on that set because they are constantly messing with each other.
You can't turn off
since they introduced that air gun popped out.
That alone, they cannot recover. At least from like their. You just did this big skit and stunt and all that, and you're hurting, but you can't relax enough to like.
Yeah. You go into your trailer and it's a pit full of snakes. Like fuck that, dude.
Hold on, they did the fucking somehow they got Bam in the back of like a horse trailer full of snakes.
Yeah, bro. They got him into the back and the floor fell out.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know what them guys I don't have the temper for that.
And
bro.
the thing
like,
too is like
mad.
a lot of them are sober now.
Oh yeah,
and they're like, how do you do that sober, dude?
And you got to think like
you show your dick a lot. That's why number 4 had their dick shown a lot because like.
The respect you have for one another is also way different. Like, I would never punch you in the face without you knowing it was about to happen. Like, we'd both be aware or set up that punches were going to happen. Yeah. It wouldn't just be like, check this shit out, guys. Wham! Because I respect you differently than that. Or, like, our relationship was based started a way different way. They must have all just been started like, dude, we're just going to hurt each other. Let's just start hurting you. Do you think we can hurt him?
This is a pivotal moment. Okay, this is a pivotal moment in friendships because if you start a friendship with somebody on like the wrong, like if you're in a bad mood or something like that and you don't like goof with them, you know what I'm saying? And then like it automatically turns into this like, okay, we're both on the same level thing. Down the road, you can't step the goofiness up. No. You have to stay at this level. Yeah. So, like, you can't be the one to be like, fuck you, and then throw something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can do little testers, but you both have to rise at the same time.
Yes, but if you make that jump, and they don't, you got to come back down. And I've made that mistake a couple times where I'm like, fuck, why did I goof with them the first couple times I'm hanging out with them? Because now I'm just stuck in this, hey, how you doing type thing. I hate that shit.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I want to bust your balls so bad.
I remember I was walking down the street when I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14 with my buddy Grant, and we've known each other since we were like 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. And we're skating, but we're carrying our boards at this time because like the road was too rocky. And I'm like, dude, I fucking know this guy. And I'm like, wham! And I slap him in the dick super hard.
Yeah.
Because we're boys. Like, I don't fucking know. I thought we were like that. He hits me in the face with his skateboard.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, all right, don't touch him like that.
I got it.
No, I got it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, dude, that's such a weird thing.
One of my best friends when we were growing up, we were like that. We would just fucking... We had this dead leg thing we did, go up on your knees. I was so mean. I was thinking about this not too long ago. Oh my God, I was like, man, I was such an asshole. Memories. I would just walk up to him and be like, hey, bud, bam! But, we would do those things to each other, and we were really cool with it. That's just how, we bonded. But there's also people, like, I'm not cool with like that. Like, don't come up to me and just touch me. Like, we're going.
Yeah. It's a weird, but it's like that thing.
It's weird though, but it's it's just I kind of feel like it's just
it's a trust thing. It's got to be a trust thing.
And it's how personalities mesh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very true.
Like,
I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, damn, that's so weird how like, and like, it could be somebody that's like, a goofy person. And they goof with other people or something, and you're like, that's not where we're at.
Yeah. It's like, you're like, I want to play.
It's like, I want to fuck around with you, but I don't want you to think it's disrespect.
You're like the kid outside the window, looking inside,
watching people play, and you're like,
I could be funny.
It's raining outside. You're like, oh God.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll stay out here.
It's not cold. No, blizzard. Yeah.
It's fucking. I think there might be a limit maybe per person. Like, obviously that like limitation changes, but like maybe there's an amount. Like, I don't have many that I goof with like you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you on that because like I don't really have anybody I'm like that with except for one of my best friends. I haven't seen him. You know how work does, right? He moved way out into the boonies. Right, because he's an asshole, and he decided to move all the way to the other side of the world, basically, to me. And but he's got his own thing going on, and we would go a significant amount of time without seeing each other. But once we saw each other, it wouldn't. I mean, he titty twisters, cup checks, just like I never left, just like we never. And it doesn't bother me when it's him. Like when it's like it's just that camaraderie. But then I've got people that I feel like. We're really good friends, but if they slap me in the nuts, I'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like,
I will drop your ass.
Nowhere. Yeah, it's never happened before, and today they're like, watch this shit. Yeah, it's like, no, dude, that's not how that goes.
Yeah, it's like, what made you feel like now was the time? Because it wasn't.
To start just nut slapping each other.
All my friends in high school, it was like that, basically. Because we were on the football team, so it didn't matter if y'all were tight or not. You were probably getting cup checked.
Dude, that went through high schools like a fucking plague.
That one and then this one.
Yes! And I almost like...
I don't play it.
You can break it. You can break it.
I mean, I don't play it, so like, I ain't gonna hit you anyway.
Yeah. Or...
I'm an adult now. I don't be playing these silly games.
Dude, we used to do this thing in school, which I never did the thing, but I would always be around the thing when it was being done. But people would be like, you say something dumb, and trust me. I say some dumb things. But they'd be like, give me them. Y'all ever play that?
Oh, give me the neck?
Yeah.
They would also do it this way.
Yeah.
It's just a simple like this, but it's like this. Hey,
and they do, I'm talking, they would do this.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
They hold it and they go.
Dude, we used to.
I'm like, oh.
I had a good friend in high school that we were kind of, we were goofballs like that in classes, but he had this one friend. And every time they'd see each other, we'd be walking down the hallways, right? It's like me and my buddy, it's Eric. We'd be walking down the hallways, and my other friend Nick would be walking the other way. They'd see each other. They would sling their backpacks over their heads and try and hit the fuck out of each other, walking through the hallways, dude. And I'm like, this is the only time I've ever seen this. And I was like, what in the fuck is going on, dude? Now it was just those two. But every time they saw each other, they'd whip their shit off and just with everything.
Now you have trauma every time he goes to reach his book bag. You're like,
oh shit.
You're like, no, it's just like my other friend, he swings his bag.
You know what I used to do to my friends? Dang. If I had a class with my friends and we were sitting together and stuff, and sometimes even if we weren't sitting together, I would sneak my way over to their desk whenever they had to go to the bathroom. Or something, they'd leave and I'd dump all their shit out of their book bag. I'd flip it inside out, put it all back in there, and zip it back up.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what a dirtbag!
I was such an asshole, but I only did it to my friends. I did it to my friends. I didn't do it to no random people, and they did it back to me. So, but I was the bully to my friends for sure.
Oh yeah,
dude. Harbor Freight used to sell
where is this going?
Harbor Freight used to sell I don't know, industrial size amounts of zip ties. Yeah. You could get clear ones.
Yes.
So what we would do is the zipper at the end of JanSport is a hole. You would zip tie it to the fucking chair. And depending on what class you're in, you have the newer style where it's all one chair and the thing. Mm-hmm. It's all an L or whatever. And you'd have a great thing. Mm-hmm. So their bag is sitting next, and when they go to leave, you zip tie it, and then they go to pick up, and they pick up the whole chair and they drag with them.
Yeah.
Dude, they hated that shit.
Yeah, well,
but it was a cheap prank. Now, when you get older, do you know the new zip tie trick? You get a big fucking another industrial, but a big one. You zip tie the drive shaft, so when they're driving, it's click, 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 and they're like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
But they have a different fear now because they're an adult.
They're like, that's a problem.
They start rearranging things in their future. They're like,
I have to sell.
Oh, yeah, we can't go on that trip no more.
Yeah.
They take it to a place, and it's like, dude, you got to zip tie. Somebody's pranking you, dude. And then that costs money. You can never tell them it was you.
I want to know who pulled the drive shaft joke on my car, dude.
Huh?
I showed you the pictures, didn't I? I just got my Subaru fixed.
Okay.
I just got my Subaru fixed, and
do you have it on you? The pictures?
Yeah, I think so. So I got this picture from
dude. Oh, last time you were here, so many changes. The car wasn't running last time he was here. It wasn't where. Okay. Also, so hold on. So the Subaru that is actually movable now was where the Crown Vic was. Yeah. Now he's lost the keys to the Crown Vic.
Okay.
So the running car.
Let me tell you.
He lost keys to.
So let me tell you what happened. So my keys. So I have my keys that have my keychain, right? That have my house keys. They've got my office keys on there.
Pretty much
have
keys.
My car, they got keys on it, right?
Right.
So my car key was on there because that's where you keep your keys.
Same keychain.
So I opened the door one night, and this was a couple months ago. I opened the door one night. I had my keys in my hand. I dropped my keys. My car key had a little plastic ring on it that goes on your key ring. Somehow dropped and broke off of the key ring. So I have my keys, and then I have my single car key.
Yeah.
And I have to carry both of these now in my pocket because,
now we don't know where that key is.
So whenever I got the Subaru back, I put that marquee, the single key, somewhere
And there's something in that car that I need that's going to save me a lot of money. And he's like, oh, I'll just go get that shit out of the car real quick. And then he comes back and I don't get the key to it.
Yeah, I don't know where the key is.
I can definitely help you break into your car, dude.
Oh, dude.
I can break into it super easy.
Dude. I can
break it really easy.
I just This car is so shitty, dude.
Yeah, dude. For real.
That was more insulting than I went.
Yeah.
Because you barely need any moisture.
Yeah, no. There's nothing, dude. Okay, let me see if I can find this picture. Okay, so yeah, the car was out at the mechanics getting fixed. What the
Shout out Lane Schuler. I don't know the name of his actual shop. I think it's Lane Schuler Automotive. That's our boy.
Yeah, he hooked it up. But he sends me this picture and he goes, somebody left me a prank on your drive shaft.
Oh, that's funny.
What's it say again?
I've eaten dicks bigger than this drive shaft. And I was like, what in the fuck, dude? So I don't know when that happened. Because, like, I got the engine put in by, like, a super country dude out in the middle of Cantonment. And he's not the kind of guy to write dicks on stuff, you know? So I'm like, where the fuck did
Maybe
that
it was
go?
a little...
That they are eating dicks bigger than that.
Ooh.
I mean, that's just a statement. They didn't even say that you do. They're just letting you know, listen.
But they definitely don't eat dicks out there in Cantonment.
What a retort.
He could be saying...
He got him back. Dude, we weren't even looking at it like that. We were like, well... That's still look. A drive shaft size dick is a big old dick.
Okay, it's a big ass dick.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that thing? A drive shaft?
Doctor?
Yeah, damn.
When I was a helper and I worked for Larry's dad, we had we pulled pranks on each other all the time. We would put got this thing we use for it's a thread sealant. When you thread something together, it's Teflon paste. Or we would do flux. Flux is flux is better because it's almost clear.
I think you made me buy some.
I made you buy some Teflon paste, yeah.
Yeah.
But the flux, it's for soldering. It's kind of acidic and activates not like burn you acidic, but kind of activates the solder, et cetera, et cetera. But it's kind of it's somewhat clear. So you put it underneath their door handles while they're out working. Like if we were driving by and, we see the plumbing truck there, we'd go up there and we'd lather it underneath the door handle. So when they walk up and they put their hands to open it, it just squish all in their fingers and stuff.
What does it take to get that shit off?
Flux, you just wipe it off. Now, see...
it gets worse.
But pipe dope, dude, that stuff just it's oil based. Yeah. So it smears and it smears and it smears and you're just like... And then your hands look like you have a disease because they're all like black and white. And
the fucking
smeary.
Spray foam like insulation shit.
Oh, dude, that shit gets crazy.
So I bought some of this.
Dude,
I bought some of this to foam up above my fucking what's it called? My fan above my.
And neither one of us are aware of how this stuff really works.
So I had no clue, right?
We're understandings that it's much different.
Call me
so
if you got
I'm going to foam this shit.
I'll walk you through
We'll call Dad next time.
Yeah, I'll walk you
through
So I
put the thing on, right? And I'm screwing the top on, and I go to spray it, and the thing just breaks. It breaks off, right? So I'm like, fuck it. I'll use my hand, right? Because I'm a man.
And look, neither one of us know there's something wrong currently going on while he's doing it.
Yeah. So I'm spraying this shit around the thing or whatever, and it's fucking everywhere, right?
And he's just like with his fingers.
I'm like putting it up, like doing whatever. And in my head, I'm like, I probably shouldn't get this on my skin, but I was at the time, I was like, fuck it, whatever. It'll wash off, it'll come off at some point.
Eventually.
At some point, yeah. So I did not realize how fucking tough that stuff was. I literally washed my hands for 30 minutes.
Before he even did that, before he started washing his hands, he's in over the sink and he's getting it off. So then we didn't know.
You got little dry spots.
Dude, they're fucking welded onto the damn sink.
Yeah, dude.
We had to get gas. He's outside and
I washed my
gas
hands
didn't
with
do
gas,
anything really.
Yeah.
It's just now we got a bowl of gas.
We got a bowl of used gas. I got like $5 for it, but damn, dude, it was fucking
an anthill.
Dude, it was fucking... Yeah, there was no...
Don't let the EPA know. EPA, I'm just kidding. Like,
it was a joke.
Yeah,
allegedly, you could do that.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Just saying.
But that shit was on him for fucking
weeks. Days,
dude. Look,
straight up.
That purple primer and that glue, like, it'll make your hands look so dirty, and you don't know what it's like to freaking work all day, do your plumbing thing, you know, you've glued some shit together, so you've got purple primer, and maybe you didn't have gloves, maybe your gloves had a hole in them, maybe you were just in a hurry, whatever the case is, and you got purple hands, right? And it's streaky, you know, it's not like they're just all purple, it's all streaky. But then you got glue on your hands too, which like it when it dries, it's just flaky. It looks like dry, flaky skin.
Yeah.
And then you go to grapple somebody. You know, and you wash it as much as you can, but it's stained, man.
Yeah.
You know, that little layer of skin's got to come off, you know, and so you're like trying to. People are like, "What the fuck is on your
what is
hands,
dude?"
All right, so
but you get subs, you know, because then it scratches them. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, we were in the middle of a class one day, and John's running late. Like John Nolan, he's running late. He shows up to class, and everybody smells him. And I don't mean like it was his BO. Like, I mean like it stunk like he had fell his entire body in diesel.
It's a good smell.
No.
Listen, dude, I don't give a fuck.
So what happened was he accidentally had spilled diesel. He got drenched in it, and he came straight from work to train. So he changed real quick, but he had soaked his legs and his arms in it.
Yeah.
And then we were doing no-gi grappling, and I'm telling you, I was letting things slide. I was like, "You got that early, man. You got it clean."
Yeah.
It was so strong. It wasn't his fault, but it's like,
well, yeah. I mean, it's just sometimes
you know how heavy you're breathing, fighting another human.
Yeah.
And if they have some sort of choke or like they're just in a like smushing position, dude, it's like
overwhelming,
killer, dude.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is like, I'm like a super clean person when it comes to hygiene, right? I take like 2-3 showers a day, just like, you know, most of the time I take a shower when I get home, then I go work out, then I take another shower. Sometimes I'll have a shower in the morning or whatever, right? Just because I never want to be the stinky guy, but sometimes, you know, I'll be at work all day and maybe I have a fight scheduled or whatever, and I've got to drive all the way out to Milton, you know, and I'm getting off work at 5:30. I got to be there by 6:15. I don't have time to shower. All I've got time to go in there and just lather down with deodorant and put some clean clothes on. And I feel bad because, like, I feel like I can smell me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like these people are a little too nice to tell me, "Oh, you smell like shit, bro."
Dude, there's got to be something different, though, because, like, we smell ourselves different than other people smell us.
For sure.
I can't smell shit on me right now, but I bet y'all think I smell good.
Yeah.
Right?
Because that's like what you smell.
Yeah, I'm so used to whatever's right here.
Right.
Now go with me on what I'm about to say, because I'm gonna lose y'all pretty immediately. Okay. Smell real quick, just right. You don't smell anything, right?
Right.
You don't smell anything. Now put your finger in your nose, rotate it around, pull it out for a second, and then smell your finger. It stinks.
Nah, dude, I'm not.
Why is that? Why can you not smell boogers when they're in your nose?
Because you're used
but when you pull it out and it's oxygen,
it's got oxygen.
It's like heat activated or something, and then you're like, what the fuck?
The second sniff.
You're like, wait.
You're like, no.
Am I sure?
Nah, dude.
Now, have you ever gone back for a second sniff expecting it to smell different? It's always the same, but you're like, well, I got it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I gotta investigate.
Wait.
What could that be?
Dude, I have like super what is it called?
Super good.
What? Good. Super sensitive armpits. So I'm currently still, I mean, I found a pretty good deodorant because I literally can't use like any big name brand. It tears my armpits up.
Right. You
like
get
I had
a rash or whatever.
I've literally had holes in my armpits before where it's like literally burned my shit out. But
I don't know what that is too.
It's an allergic reaction to some kind of common
sensitive
some
skin.
kind of common.
Yeah, but look, I don't get it like he does. I get it super random. Like it'll either be the first wipe on a new one, or it'll be like literally randomly in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like weeks later, I'll be like, "What the fuck?" But then I can still use it and it won't burn me.
Yeah.
So for me, whenever I switch between like antiperspirant and deodorant, so like the gel or the white stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if I switch between those, maybe they didn't have any. I prefer the antiperspirant. I prefer the white.
Yeah.
The
I just don't like the
deodorant.
chalky. Like, I don't like that's the
problem.
part that pisses me off.
Because you're a visual person. You're like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But see, whenever I use the gel and switch, I will get this big ass rash, and it looks like
because you're
it looks like I had a layer of skin peel back.
Yeah.
And it's just the friction's different, but
it allows you to
and that
slide
gel,
around.
That gel in your arm feels so weird.
The first 10 minutes of it, you feel like you're sweating, but it's like, no, that's just the deodorant you put on.
You ever shave your asshole?
Yeah.
All right. That will make you feel like you're sweaty all the time.
Yeah.
Because it's just fucking friction and heat.
Dude, but what I was saying...
I got a too thick cheek, just... But not let air get in there.
But,
do random squats just to... wash
air out. I just switched over to the clear shit. Mm-hmm. And it's the same brand, and it's the same fucking flavor, right? Smell. But the fucking, it does not last, like, it'll last like 6 hours, and then I'm like, what the fuck, dude? The other shit, I could not scrub off. Like, I was literally
What is the brand? What is
Tom's. Oh, it's like an all-natural deodorant.
No, I know what it is.
Yeah, I've literally tried everything, dude. Yeah. Everything.
Bro,
and it's fucking...
Just let your freaking...
Bro,
this is a move, and I've done this because, like, I've tried...
Soap and water, dog. Soap and water.
No, for sure be clean when you do what I'm about to say, but have you ever just done cologne there?
But I think even that would irritate my skin. Because it's got
Have you ever done just cologne... Like, put the shirt on and then do the cologne?
I mean, yeah.
Just a fucking rock.
By the way, we're not licensed dermatologists. So,
take
what we say
with a grain of salt, buddy.
Yeah. I'm like, have you ever put Neosporin and Band-Aids on it? You're like...
You ever tried spray paint?
Spray the Band-Aids? Yeah.
W40,
I mean, you got to have some good, like, caulking ideas, right?
Yeah.
Some sealant type thing.
You put that fucking spray foam.
He's got some shit in his truck, bro.
It'll rip all your fucking follicles out, so you won't sweat anymore.
You end up going to work in a, like, full-body brace because you're like, what's going on? And he's like, I got to air them out. Doc said they're fucked. They're fucking...
Dude, it's a fucking problem, dude. I cannot stand it. I hate it, dude. Yeah, I've always had like sensitive skin issues, but the last couple years, just specifically armpits, have been ripping me a new one.
It seems like as you get older, your body, it just changes. Yeah. Like my dad has really, really sensitive skin. Like real, like he always would have breakout and rashes because of something or whatever. Whereas, I don't really ever break out.
Yeah, dude, I
literally had to break out a ringworm earlier this year, dude. It was friggin' gnarly all over my chest.
Really?
It's like it's like the first like real big thing that's happened to me in quite a number of years.
Dude, a buddy of ours went to Jamaica and he came back. I don't know if I showed you Kitty's foot. He had, apparently there's worms there, and they just get into you. And the fucking worm was like this long, but it was all stuck in his foot, and it was like squiggly. Like, when the people are like super jacked on steroids and their little
veins look
like Batista.
They got those little worms in it.
Yeah, it was like that in his foot, and he sent me a video of it moving. It was a black worm moving around in his foot.
That is insane.
Nope.
So, I'll segue into something a little family oriented, but it kind of gets back to that, right?
Okay.
So this last
we got worms.
Yeah. By the way, just letting you know.
Stay clear.
A couple weeks ago, like I guess maybe it was 3 weeks ago now. We took the family and I, so Taylor, the kids, her dad, and her dad's brother who flew down from Washington. We all went out to North Alabama. Right at the border of Tennessee, North Alabama.
Gorgeous.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Dude,
those
really,
pictures,
really pretty.
Dude.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So we went out there to have some family time and do some things like that. Well, my best friend Mike, have you met Mike? I don't know if you've met Mike, but I think you have, right?
I probably met Mike.
The old man that helped me with the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super
nice guy.
Super cool guy. My best friend. He's the best. But he was like, hey, man, you should try to take... Taylor's birthday was that weekend while we were up there. And so I wanted to do something special for her. And the boat races were out, but it was like stagnant air on a lake, and it was like really hot. And Mike had told me about this place called Little River Canyon. You know, hey, go take her to see the waterfall and, you know, go hike and do all this, right? And they got this, like,
nature shit.
They got this, like, state park or whatever. You can see up the top of the canyon, look down and whatever. So we went there. Absolutely beautiful. She loved it. You know, I loved it. The kids loved it. And it was so much fun. And so I call Mike and I'm like, when we get done, and I'm like, yeah, man, that was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you. He's like, yeah, man, that's great. Did y'all get in the water? And I was like, yeah, man. He's like, that's awesome, man. Did y'all go hiking in the woods? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, man, that's great. So listen. And I'm like, oh.
Never gonna start.
I'm like, oh shit. He's like, so
you're gonna want to wash.
Yeah. He's like, you know, he's like, just kind of make sure to look over everybody and look over your body, make sure you don't have any little red bumps, because the chiggers out there are fucking terrible. And I'm like, oh, like,
thanks for telling us.
Yeah,
now,
thanks
dude.
for telling me now,
bro.
dude. And then
he's like, yeah, it's also septic water.
He said,
don't get in the water.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, and yeah, last time I went there, they ate our asses up, man. You gotta, yeah. And I'm like, bro, luckily.
Yeah.
No chiggers.
Okay.
Everybody's good.
And if Taylor listens to this episode, she will just then find out about said chiggers.
Right. Well, way to bury the lead. Yeah. That's
fine. Like, oh man, I was like, are you shitting me?
Dude, we had...
Because I've seen videos of those things. I would die, bro.
Dude, they're gnarly. Dude. They're gnarly. Dude, we were in
honeycomb.
We were in down in Ecuador. We used to do this mission trip every year, a medical mission trip every year. And we had this lady come down with us. Like we had like 4 or 5 doctors that would go every year, pharmacists and stuff like that. We take a bunch of medicine down. We'd see like 500 patients that were, you know, women and children that needed vitamins and all this kind of stuff, right? So they always have, you know, babies come into the offices and stuff like that we're given prenatal vitamins and all that kind of stuff too. And one day one of the girls she was from around here, I don't know how she knew, you know, whoever was down there with us, but there was this baby that came in and she was like loving all over this baby. She was like, oh my God, getting pictures with it and holding it because it was in like a little like onesie or whatever. She's like, oh my goodness, oh my God, you know, and like she's taking all this shit. She's like, I cannot believe she's so cute. And they get done with the day or whatever, and they find out that the baby has scabies.
Oh.
And she had this was before they did any kind of tests on the baby. So she was holding this baby, loving on this baby the whole time. So then she had to take like, it was like five or 6 baths of this solution to make sure that she didn't have it. And she was freaking the fuck out the entire rest of the time, dude.
Everybody's like, who smells like mustard?
Yeah, dude.
Get out of here, dude.
So gnarly. She was like, well, yeah, dude, it was so bad. But she was fine. It was all good. But
so, I found out an interesting fact not too long ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I had an ACL surgery. It's my second one in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And so, since 2017, I've fought 5 times. Right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, right before I went to this last one, I went and got my knee checked out because it's been really weird. And it has been weird for quite a few years.
It's the same knee, right?
It's the same knee, okay. Yeah.
Weird knee.
Yeah,
yeah. It's just been like loose feeling, right? For
that's not a good. That's
like
not a good
like a hinge that's been like a hinge.
You start with loose on a knee. Nah,
a hinge with like been extremely oiled. Right?
Yeah,
and
extremely oiled.
So at some point in time, I freaking retore my ACL, just a partial tear, and completely the length of both of my meniscuses, and I have a sprained or like a slight like issue with my LCO.
What?
Yeah. Wow. And I the whole time thought it was like just like one meniscus because I was able to do a lot on it, you know, but then I started having trouble towards these last couple of camps with it like kind of like popping out of place, you know, and then so I had to go get that checked out, and now it's just like,
what are you supposed to do? Yeah,
right. Do? Like I don't know what to do because they said it's for sure an old injury because like it's already like part of the meniscus like in the base has tried to start healing. Yeah, and there's a lot of scar tissue in there, a lot of inflammation and stuff, and so.
Are they aware of what you do?
Yeah, no, I tell them every time.
Because you're like, it is an old injury, but listen, I'm going to be doing some shit to this thing.
Right.
I need it to hold up.
Yeah, what do you do there if it's already tried to start healing itself?
Dude, can you imagine being the doctor? Being like, look,
this fucking
hey,
idiot.
man, I'm going to need you to stop.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, the last doctor did tell me, he's like, yeah, you probably just have to stick to boxing, which is why I ended up going to Roy's, But then, like, the boxing thing was so hard as far as boxing is hard, MMA is hard, all that. But, like, MMA is easy as far as, like, avenues to take and opportunities that are presented. Yeah. Whereas boxing, you're a little more, boxing's like, it's who you know, it's not really what you know, et cetera, et cetera. And so even though I was at an excellent place, yeah, right? It does shit like that. Bro,
dude.
Yeah. Oh, man.
If you wouldn't have said nothing, he would have just kept going.
Yeah.
It's normal, man. It's normal. It's like, that's
normal.
I wanted to bring it up because it amazes me what the body will allow you to do. Yeah, right. Like, so I'm like in denial about everything, and I'm like, nah, it's good, man. It's normal. It's supposed to do that, And then, but I was able to fight however many times on it, and win while doing it sometimes, right? Yeah. So like, the body is crazy, and they say like Kamaru Usman doesn't have any cartilage in his knees. His knees are all gone. Yeah. I don't know how he does that, dude. It's too difficult. It's getting now where I can't even spar because my leg gets tapped. Just anything above the knee is great. Yeah. So anybody wants to fight me, if you could just keep the calf kicks to a minimum, you know what I mean? Just kick me above the knee. We can scrap, right? So like, but anything below the knee, dude, it just takes a little touch and just me stepping wrong, and it'll like just completely go off track and stuff. I don't see how people like Kamaru Usman gets to the level he's at with stuff like that. Because it's
so crazy. What do you want? I mean, what are you trying to do? What
are you gonna do about it?
Like now, honestly, I don't know. I have had an issue with this knee for like the last 6 years, and it's just one of those things that some people are made to make it to the next level. Right? Like you hear about Yoel Romero and their doctor calling Dana, and he's like, hey, bro, this dude, he's got 3-inch thick fucking eye ligaments, dude. Like, where'd you find? And then you got guys like me who said, dude, his ACL was a toothpick, and it keeps snapping, and he's too dumb to quit, right?
Yeah.
So I don't really know, because I've kind of like found a new passion since all this MMA thing has started, which I'm still very passionate about, fighting and MMA and etc. But being a parent is like the best thing.
Hell yeah.
And I've got 3 little minds right now, that I'm trying to help, mold, and sometimes it's like really hard to justify being gone for so long for what used to be so close, but now, because of these injuries that keep on coming up, and they don't just get better and go away, they get worse, like justifying missing all this time with my family, or missing the time with my kids, and so I'm not quite sure. Time is the healer of all things. I'm not super old, but I'm probably just going to take like some time to just see, I might, I keep telling myself I might try the bare knuckle boxing thing, or I might try boxing, but the reality is sometimes it's just a misstep, and that knee will do it now. Yeah. Like it's not even about getting kicked anymore. So I don't know how much fighting per se is going to be in my future. I do want to start coaching. Mm-hmm. I've got, I'm working with Carlos. He's a really good friend of mine, and he's a brown belt, but he's, I'm working with him on his striking and trying to help transition him into the MMA area. So, but amongst other things, I got some other news, right? So another reason that I'm thinking about just kind of like taking the time and seeing what happens, because work is doing great. We are super busy. Everything's doing, I'm learning more and more about plumbing every day. Even though I've been doing it for 10 years, you learn more and more every day, right? And along with that, you have many blessings that come along. And one of the many blessings is that me and the love of my life, Taylor, we are expecting a baby girl. So super excited. Dude. Yeah, man. So that'll even it out, our teams will be even, right? So we'll have 3 boys, 3 girls. Me, 2 boys, her, 2 girls. So I'm really excited. I'm excited to. I love being a dad. Like, it is the best. And when you guys finally do have children, if you ever do, you'll know exactly what I mean. Like, it's the best. Like, we've got Maddie. She's like this awesome ass cheerleader, dude. Like, competition cheerleading. And just to see, it's so cool to see like something that didn't know how to walk go out there and be freaking doing
passionate about something.
Back bend walkovers, holding somebody up in the air, and I'm like, oh, golly.
Your knee just starts hurting. You're like,
oh, dude, look. Oh, God. That's also one of those things. Like,
you're like, I watch football. Your knees hold together.
I watch football now, and I'm like, oh God, like I couldn't do that. Oh God, like how is this?
Yeah.
Even when they're just cutting, I'm like, ooh.
Dude, the good thing about what you've went through with your knee and your injuries and stuff, you can teach them at such a young age. Like, hey, take care of your body.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, look at Dad.
Yeah. Look, I feel like Mick Foley, right?
Yeah.
I feel like like it's just one of those things. I don't know if I'll ever really be done with fighting. I'll probably take fights. I'm just too stubborn not to do it. It's just one of those things. It's like a burning passion, but it's also hard to be passionate about that whenever I can't be confident, right? And like that my wheel is going to be there, right?
Yeah.
So as far as that goes, I'm not quite sure. I'm just kind of doing my own thing right now, working and prepping for this baby girl. I'm super excited.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Do you guys have a ballpark of time?
Like the first of the year, like they say anywhere from like the 1st to like the 6th or 7th.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
have a New Year's baby.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. It's awesome, and I really couldn't ask to have it with a better person. Yeah. She's such a good mom, dude. It's so great, and it's so great to see how she's, taking in my son. And he calls her mom because he just radiates or is attracted to her, right? So like that's really cool. So I'm really excited about that. So
they're cute together. They play well.
Yeah.
Like when we're building rings and stuff together, they're so fun to.
I don't know how much more time we got. I'm sure we got to go soon, right?
Yeah, we got to wrap. Very soon, but
but that's one thing you guys have gotten to do, right? Since the last time, you've gotten to set the ring up a couple times and see a whole different new type. So that'll be for part 3, right?
Yeah. For sure, dude.
Right.
Yeah, and then what is it, July 29th?
So we'll be doing probably the 28th, 27th, probably 28th. Set up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll let you guys go because it's 7 o'clock. I'm not gonna pull Larry on you, right?
No,
dude, you good. Keep you here 30 more minutes.
Yeah, dude. We appreciate you coming back out, dude.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys having me. I really
always welcome on.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Hell yeah. Is there anything you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Just shout out to my Taylor, my lovely girlfriend. I want to shout out to my kids for supporting me when I was doing all the fighting things and continuing to support me no matter what my decision is. She just is there and she's like, I support whatever you decide to do. Don't get your hopes up and think you can't do it. You can still do whatever you need to do. Let's just take the time to see. I want to shout out to Larry and the Downs family for taking care of me all these years.
Uncle Larry.
Yeah. Papa Larry. For me. Papa Larry. He's really taken me under his wing as like one of his own, even to this day, and he's taught me the best thing that any young man can do is learn a trade. Because even at the end of the day, when the shit hits the fan and money doesn't matter anymore because martial laws, whatever, someone can make you get water running. Someone can make your poo go away, right? Yeah. Someone can turn your lights on, your AC, things like that. So
before we get out of here, we're going to shout out some of our sweet sponsors of Some People Suck podcast. First up, we have A Lifestyle Experiment. You guys have seen us post our stuff before. You see us rock their gear all the time.
Absolutely.
Always banging stuff. Their number one deal is
some fucking dope stickers.
Their number one deal is quality. A lot of their stuff, they've been doing kind of smaller releases of everything, like you saw us rocking the small batch stuff, the mint and the garnet or maroon sets. They've been working on, and all their rash guards and stuff like that. Again, super high quality stuff. They pride themselves on that. So if there's something that they don't personally like, they're not going to sell it. So that's one thing to look out for. Again, we post them all the time, so you can look on our page and go check them out. A Lifestyle Experiment on Instagram. So yeah, that's...
Our second sponsor is going to be the Southeastern Submission Classic. We have 2 events coming up. We have Mississippi Gulf Coast at the Andrew Johnson Recreational Center. It's in Pascagoula, Mississippi. It is August 13th. It is an open tournament points format. It's going to be absolutely sick. It's for kids and adults of all skill levels. Registration is going to be $70 for one division, $80 for 2 divisions. So that's a killer deal because $10 more and you're adding another division, so you can do gi and no gi for just $10 more. Why the fuck not? They barely just announced this one, September 10th. Mm-hmm. It's going to be at Pensacola Fairgrounds, Mobile Highway, Pensacola, Florida. Same exact tournament. I do believe that the Mississippi August 13th date is going to be a girls absolute. No gi. $1,000 prize.
Fuck yeah.
The September 10th event in Pensacola, Florida is going to be a girls absolute gi. $1,000 prize.
Fuck yeah. That's
so
awesome.
Girls, show the fuck up.
Yeah. Pull up, dog.
Dude, pull up. Dude, we have some of the baddest females on the planet, in my opinion. Like, some of the technique, the growth. I mean, I hate to, like, pinpoint somebody because I don't want to make other people feel bad, but Darby alone has grown exponentially since the first time I ever saw her.
Yeah.
And that realistically has only been like a year and a half, and she fucking has crushed in that year and a half.
100%.
Winning tournaments. Like,
yeah. Killer.
Showing the fuck up.
So y'all show up.
Yeah,
y'all pull
come
up.
out to that, dude.
Yeah. Next up, we have a Rustic Spoon. Everybody knows Rusty Strain. He's been on the podcast a couple times, and I'm sure you've seen his food. If you haven't, you don't have Instagram or any social media. But, yeah, go check him out. They're a food truck at Emerald Public Brewing Company downtown, around, like, across the street from Alice's, which is his old job. But
him and his crew are killing it.
Yeah, they kill it. They fucking kill it. Every once in a while, I'll go down there and pull up on the truck and slang some food when he needs some help. So
unrelated, but tomorrow whenever I smash this fucking test,
yes,
I gotta celebrate a little bit.
Hey, I respect it.
So I might hit your boy up.
Yeah, see what's going on.
You.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And see if you'll celebrate a little with me. Yeah. At our boys' truck.
Down. Yeah, so yeah, y'all go check it out. Always changing their menu. It's like once a month normally they change it. But yeah, if you've seen the pictures,
may be boring.
You
may be boring, but their menu isn't. So.
Yeah, always bangers. And next up is
dude, fucking Sean Mullins from Pensacola Vibe. He's jumped on the team. Like we fucking told you about the elevator shits. You get in on the ground level.
What you doing?
Bro, there's plenty of space. He got in. He knows where he fits in. He's part of the team. It's a beautiful family here. We're all kind of dropping little coins in each other's pots, bro. Yeah. Sean films for fucking Rusty.
Yeah.
Bro, Sean at Pensacola Vibes puts out some of the sickest video edits, some of the sickest photos in the Gulf Coast. 100%. Fuck with your boy, you cannot. I promise you cannot hang on our boy's level. He's starting to do things like with the Panhandle Springs, and it's literally a page on Instagram, Panhandle Springs. So it's like right on the button, right on the nose. Title absolutely says it all. But, dude, he smashes it. Dude, I mean, he films beautiful models, beautiful springs, beautiful locations, beautiful family events. He puts on local businesses that are fucking thriving. So... Yeah, you can't. I know, you can't fuck with our boy.
I know you guys have all seen his page, so go show some love, go show some support.
And all of these sponsors, we constantly throw them up on the page. Yeah. So if you're lost and you're like, "Oh, I have no idea," wait 5 minutes. It'll be on the page. Don't worry about it.
You'll see it. Next up, we have our good friend Joshua George, who is a realtor in the local area. Great dude. Love hanging out with him. Jumped on the train here, a month ago?
Early. He was, I don't know, third sponsor ever.
Yeah, so if you guys need any help with any real estate type stuff, contact him, contact me if you'd like to. But Josh has been doing it for 10 plus years now. Got amazing knowledge and is a great person to talk to. He's always down to sit there and chat. If you have any questions or need any help, he's always there to help.
Dude, so calm, so relaxed. Yeah. I swear to God, his blood pressure never raises.
Yeah, no, 100%.
He could kill a person and sell you a piece of property. Not that he does.
No, he doesn't do that.
Alleged.
Whoa.
No. Oh, my bad.
He does not do that.
No, he doesn't do that. But he does sell killer property.
Yes. There we go. I like the way you did that.
Absolutely smashes that shit.
Go check him out.
Panacea Martial Arts. If you're in Foley, Alabama, not Pensacola, Florida, Foley, Alabama, and you want to have a good time, and you want to learn skill, and you want to be a killer, or you want to defend yourself against killers because people are coming after you for whatever reason. You owe the mob money. You owe other mobs money.
If you owe multiple mobs money,
you can defend yourself against Tommy Two Toes and his strangles. Yeah. You know? We teach you how to defend yourself, how to attack people that owe you money. Okay?
If you're in the mob and somebody owes you money.
Yes.
Panacea.
If you are Tommy Two Toes, we can show you what you can do to improve on your technique for these people we're teaching to defeat your technique, okay? Yeah. Our team, all killers, all right? All the teachers are killers. Everyone's showing up to these competitions as a family, as a unit. You think G-Unit was a thing? P-Unit, baby! P-Unit! You can't fuck with us. And I mean that in the most respectful way because we are a family, okay? So watch your language.
Yes.
We just wanted to thank our sponsors before we got out of here.
Yeah, thank you guys for everybody that supports the podcast.
Yes.
Our sponsors specifically, and all the motherfuckers that like, comment, subscribe, shout us out. You know, we see it, we appreciate it. So thank you guys. Yeah. We love you. Hell yeah, dog. Well, good shit, man.
Shout out to Carlos Acosta and Amy Acosta. You know, they're my homies. I just want to shout out to them. Just
you need to get your son on a weight training program so whenever you literally can't move, he can just carry you around like that little dude that carried the ox until he was big enough.
Well, so why do you think I'm having 4 kids, bro? Like, that's, right. That's one for each side of the throne, bro.
You right.
You get the big throne like they would do, and they hoist me up on their shoulders.
Yeah, you're fucking
and just
good.
walk me around.
You got this shit figured out.
I'm saying.
Yeah, you've been thinking about this for a while.
Yeah, you know.
Hell yeah, dog. Well, thank you for coming and hanging out.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you. Yee hee.